Hey, what's going on, guys? It is October 11th. Down here, downtown Orlando at Lake Eola. Just hanging out. It's kind of a gloomy day. I'll show you around. Got the amphitheater here. A few people down here. People out there riding the swans. Got this statue that's underground here. People like to play on that, but not the nicest day. A little bit gloomy. So, this week, very bad for my options. The Carnival Cruise Lines, which I sell the options on, went down again. As soon as they came out with, which I'm sure you guys have heard, the tariffs, the 100% tariffs on China, not good for the market. That thing went down big time on Friday, which is not good at all. So, got to deal with it. It's all right. Don't have a crystal ball. You don't know what it's going to do day to day. Anything could happen. You just want, when you're selling the options, you just want to figure out, which I'm still learning, I'm still figuring things out. But you want to figure out how to make money. The stock's going to go up and down, right? That's just the way it works. As we all know, there's nothing you can do about that. It goes up and down. But with the options, you want to be able to, regardless if it goes up or down, make money on the options, the premium, every week, regardless of what the market does or what the specific stock that you are using does. So right now I'm weighing the money on my options. So I just got to deal with it. My plan is, I'm still thinking, it could change, but my plan is to let the options expire because I'm so deep in the money. So I'm getting like, 3-4 cents. On the 30 strike price options, I'm getting a little bit more, but not too much. So now is the time. I figured I'd wait a few weeks to see if the stock came back, but then we had the whole tariff thing happen on Friday. And I'm just gonna let them expire. I'm gonna get all the shares, which would give me 2,700 shares of Carnival, right? So, and I already have 1,000 shares, so that'll give me 3,700 shares of Carnival Cruise Lines. So then I will start selling calls. So I'll show you right now. Let me show you. Get my phone out here. I'll show you where I'm at. So here's all the options I have right now. All right, so I got the 30 strike price. I got the 30.50 strike price, 31.50, and 32, all puts, right? So my average is $31. So that's my average out of all the options I have out. So I don't think I'll be able to put it at 31, the strike price, because I won't get enough money. But the stock is so far down. Let me show you here. Let me go to my Carnival here. So the stock is, $27.69. So if I was to sell a 31 strike, so I go to the options, I'll go to the option chain, and this app is the Charles Schwab app. So that's what I'm using. If I was to go out, say to, that's 1 week. If I was to go out to, let me increase, let me show you something else here. The strike prices, there's only 8 of them, right? So to change it, you just hit the 8, and then you can pick as many as you want. So I'll put 16. So if I was to go out for 1 week, which I normally do, at least a week and, 4 days, 3 days. But 1 week with the 31 strike price, I would get 5 cents. So I'd put it out and start it at the 24th, so 2 weeks out. I'll be rolling. I won't be rolling. I'm going to let those expire. But if you remember, I have 1,000 shares of Carnival still that I just had out there. I let those expire, thank God. So now I can put those out there for whatever strike price I want. So the plan is I'll probably do the expiration date of October 24th, so I'll have 2 weeks, but next Tuesday I'll start rolling those. So what I'm going to do is, so this is October 24th, so this is 2 weeks out. I can sell them at a strike price of 30 and get about 25 cents. So if I have 1,000 shares, I can sell 10 options and I can get around 230 bucks. And then for the week for those 10, and then I'll let the other ones expire. I'll get the shares on Friday and I will sell those next week with the when I roll the options that I have out that I'm going to put out on those 10. I don't know if I'm going to go with the 30 strike price, but I'll have to see what the market does and what that stock does on Monday, which I'm hoping. I really think it'll go down again, because this tariff thing, it's not good. But they'll work it out. They gave China till November 1st to come back and change what they were going to do. So hopefully that happens, because when the 100% tariff goes away, the market's going to pop up big time, So for the option buyer, it'd probably be a good idea to buy some calls and cross your fingers and hope that they make a deal and the 100% tariff goes away and the market will pop up and you'll make decent money, but you never know. So I mean, I'm not going to do that because you can lose it all too. You guys know I don't buy the options. I just sell the options, so I just make the premium, right? So that's the plan. I'm going to sell 10 options on the 1,000 shares I have. I'm going to let all my other options expire so I get the shares, and then when I get all the shares, I will stagger the strike prices, like I do, and I'll get different prices, but I'll keep a good average, Let me get over here because it's kind of loud. But I'll probably do that, and then I'll keep rolling them after that. I just don't want to put the strike prices at a lower price. I mean, the 1,000 shares I have now, I bought those a long time ago, and I bought those shares extremely lower than what the strike price I'm going to put them at. So I'm making money regardless. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, try to make as much money on the premium as I can. If I can make like $250 for the week, anything over there, that's cool. It's just now with the in the market, my stock went down on Carnival Cruise Lines after the earnings, right? I think it's a little, and the earnings were good, but I think the earnings only had a little bit of effect on it. I think it's more of because these tech companies, the chip stocks. You saw AMD. If you haven't, take a look at it. AMD, that thing has been skyrocketing. And they say, from what I've read, that the tech stocks are going to go up. They think it's going to go up all next year too. So I think they have. Somebody gave a price, an estimate on AMD, and it was like 300 by next year. So they're expecting these tech companies to keep going up. So my point is, I think people are taking their money out of certain investments and they're putting them in tech companies right now. So that's why I'm thinking the Carnival has gone down a bit and it's not creeping up. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. So they're going where the money's at, and that is tech right now. All the AI companies, the chip stocks, all those. So we'll see what happens next week, and I'll do my best to keep that money coming in, right? So, and I always want to, I'm going to put the strike price, I'm going to stagger them like I said, but I want to move them up eventually when the stock gets closer to the strike prices, I'll make a little bit less money, but I'll increase the strike prices. Even if I have to pay a couple cents, I'll increase the strike prices and keep moving them up as best I can. Hopefully it doesn't take off, which it could, you know, but I'll deal with that when the time comes. So I'll keep moving them up, and if it gets close, I might even let them expire and then put them at a much higher strike price. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So another thing I wanted to go over is the end of the year is coming up, and everyone might be wondering, how much am I going to have to pay on all this money we're making, right? Because we're making good money. So in taxes, all right. So let me get to that real quick. And I mean, I've made $21,000 now, and who knows, by the end of the year I'm shooting for like 25. My goal was 20,000. I passed that for the year, and now I'm shooting for 25,000. So how much I'm like, oh my gosh, how much am I going to pay in taxes? You know, have to pay in taxes. So okay, the let me see here. First of all, you got your standard deduction, right? So just so you guys know, good information, for a single, the standard deduction is $15,750 for a single. So that comes right off the bottom. So you won't have to pay taxes on that money. So for a married couple, it's $31,500 for a couple, okay? And if you file separately and you're married, you'll each pay, or you'll each have the standard deduction of the $15,750. So good information to know. And okay, so for a married couple, tax brackets, okay? And let me show you guys this, just so if you want to take a screenshot or something, you can do that, and then you'll know what it is. So here's for a married couple for your taxes. So up to $23,850, you pay 10%. 12% is from $23,851 to $96,950. You pay 22% up to, from the $96,950 number up to $206,700. And this is for a married couple now. And it goes up, the next bracket is 24% up to $394,600. 32% up to $501,050. And then you got the tax bracket of 35% up to $750,000, and 37% up to for anything over $751,600. So hopefully you guys are in the highest tax bracket and making tons of money. But when they say pay your fair share, well, I mean, you make less amount, you pay less in taxes. You make more, then you pay more in taxes. But if you own your own company, you know, there's tons of write-offs and, you know, ways to work around paying taxes. So it's a lot to learn, but I mean, it's good information to save money on paying taxes. And then let's get to the singles. A lot of singles out there maybe, and the tax brackets, and I'm one of them. So the tax brackets for the singles is 10% up to $11,600, 12% from that up to $47,150. Then we got 22% up to $100,525, and 24% from that number up to $191,950. Then you got 32%, and the 24%, that's the bracket I will be in. So I'll be paying 24%. So, but the tax exemption helps. And then we got the 32% from $191,951 to $243,700. $725. You got 35% from 243,726 to 609,350, and then the top bracket, anything over $609,351, you pay 37% in taxes, federal taxes. So here in Florida, we don't have any state taxes, so I don't have to pay that, which is great. But you guys up there, up north, and say New York, New Jersey, they got state taxes and all kinds of other taxes. So I don't even know how people make it up there. But so that's what you have to look for, the tax brackets for when you pay your taxes. When you have to pay taxes on making all this money that we're making on the options. Hopefully, I want to pay more taxes, because if I pay more taxes, I'm making more money, right? So I don't mind paying the taxes. It's fine. I'll pay my taxes, and hopefully I'm in the highest tax bracket at some point. We'll see. And if you're using the Charles Schwab app, or any brokerage for that matter, don't worry about the taxes, because you'll get a form at the end of the year, and they'll break down everything. They'll give you a number that your tax person will punch in. And it's not that complicated. I remember when I first was selling options, I had to do everything by myself. I wasn't selling options actually at that time. I was buying options. It was not good, and I had my tax guy do it. You still got the form with all your trades, but they had to do everyone individually and figure out all the numbers, and actually they charged by the hour for that. So it's a lot better now. You just get one number, your gains or losses, and they punch it right in. So just so you know. All right, check this out. Got a ton of pigeons out here. Here. Oh my gosh. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Let's feed the birds. Oh my Lord. All right, get away from me. All right, they're happy. All right, I don't have any more. So, a little bit more information for you guys on the taxes and what I'm going to do next week. What the market's doing. It's kind of crazy right now. Next week should be a very interesting week. So we'll see what happens, but just enjoying the day out here. Got a good view of Lake Eola here in Orlando. Got the fountain going. Lots of people out here walking around. Nice statues and stuff. Over there they got these swans that you can rent and paddle out here. See these people out here. I'm not sure how much it costs, but it's kind of fun. I've done it once before. So that's this week's video. Hope you guys learned a little bit. And if you didn't know, that information, it's good to learn it. I'm glad to teach you guys about this. We'll see what happens next week. See how much money I can make, and we'll see what the stock does. And we'll see how it all works out. So you guys have a great weekend, and if you would subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it. It helps my channel out. I've got 197 subscribers as of the last time I checked. So I need three more subscribers. That's it, just to get to 200, which will be a good point to get to. I mean, I've been doing this since April. So what? April, May, June, July, August, September, October, around 6 months, and almost got 200 subscribers. So I'm happy with that. It's fun. I like talking to you guys in the comments and just giving you this information. So subscribe, share the channel if you would to your friends that are interested in options, and like the videos, and put some comments down in the comments if you got any questions or anything. It's fun to talk to people. All you guys that are commenting in the comments, I really enjoy it. I like talking with you guys. So that's the video for this weekend, and the next video will be making some money. So you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. All right, have a great weekend. Bye.